So, Star C Chosen One channel got a documentary coming to you in a minute. It's downloading, publishing, and processing, and it's raw. It's really raw, and I ain't like it that much, but it got a lot of important information on it, so it has to be heard because you can really grow off this knowledge. Um, we got um, we got right now. I noticed I got a, a jar of cannabis, and it's spelled SMYTH. Myth, Smith, Smith. So it's a Smith cannabis, and it's a nice, well made. Looks like a metal, rubbery jar, wonderfully made with a nice seal cap. All for some cannabis. I mean, they put all this effort into making a container for the cannabis, okay, which is a wonderful plant from the ground and from nature that I guess comes from Jesus and Jesus' wife. So the cannabis plant is belongs to Eve and Adam, the first Eve and Adam. The other Eve and Adams come after the first Eve and Adam, the first man and woman. That's the true Adam and Eve that I'm talking about. That I believe is is the only two personalities that can be really considered God of the earth and the people. They're the first mother and father of the people. There would be no such thing as a human flesh if it wasn't for Adam and Eve. So forget about God, forget about any spirit creature when it comes to this. The Adam and Eve are the great ones, okay? Because there was no man or woman until the earth. The universe basically was whack until the earth is created. So, but I wanted to do a new creation, and instead of putting just cannabis in the can, I want to put cannabis in the can the way you roll it up and a backwood or a Fonto, and you smoke it, and it heals all your nerves and your veins that have been damaged by these spirit creatures jumping in and out of your body, stealing, trying to steal uh, energy and trying to steal vitamins and minerals. I want to put, I want this marijuana to do miracles and give you the everlasting life with no death and no sickness. Every little bit you smoke, you gain more life and more vitality and more energy and more beauty and more handsomeness and more, uh, you become more like Jesus and God. Okay. Yeah, so we got some Smith, some Myth, Sith, some Smith weed, cannabis. Okay. SMYTH. Smith. Smith. Cannabis. So that's the miracle that I'm doing right now. I already had this idea years ago, and there is some weed I got out there that it does do miracles for you, and it does repair uh, brain nerves and a lot of other nerves in secret. Uh, I'm doing a lot of miracles in secret for people where there's over thousands of people that the universe has stole power from me, health from me, life from me, life out of my body, suck the life out of me. I wake up looking like, you know, like I ain't ate in 20 days. And I'm looking in the mirror like, what the fuck is wrong with my face? What's wrong with my... And I realized that the universe is basically saying the people were inside of me. It put the people inside of me. And there's so many people inside of me. They're sucking all the vitamins and minerals out of me. I take a lot of vitamins and minerals. Don't stare over here, man. I see you. Hold on, I'm gonna fuck with him. You staring at me, fam? Let me get $10. Huh? I gotta charge you for staring at me, boss. Alright. He ain't had nothing to say when I asked him for that. He wanted to grin and walk out the door looking like a gay Arabian. Now, so they're sucking life out of me, and the people are getting it, and they're becoming me. Finally, I mean, I've done this has happened over and over again, and then something goes behind me and tries to put their spirit in the people, and then the people I see them acting like the devil and all of this stuff, and then I see another dream where the people are doing exactly what I do, and so I don't know, but that's one topic. We just got on the topic. I promise you to keep talking and doing a miracle for Jesus and Eve and Mary and Mary's boyfriend, whatever, her homeboy, whatever, her bodyguard, or whatever, Jesus' stepfather, and we got to get something done about this crime that was done against Jesus' ministry. So we talked about the universe, not only the universe sinning against Jesus and doing but the whole the whole earth, the people on the earth, all the news stations, all the newspapers, all the magazines. Think about it. Time magazine, 60 Minutes. None of them ain't never. They want to do documentary about everything. Okay, they never did a documentary about Jesus coming to the earth, not only to resurrect the dead and heal the sick, and heal broken bones instantly, and heal heart attacks instantly, and heal arthritis instantly, and heal emphysema instantly, and heal leprosy instantly, and heal dyslexia instantly, and heal blind vision instantly. And he did this somehow. As messed up as this universe is, as messed up as this God is, Jesus did this. Okay. And other people did miracles too. Through him, he gave other people power to do miracles too. Okay. And, they say Moses resurrected the dead before. Okay. Are these resurrections real? If you resurrect the dead, they can't die twice. So if they were dead once, if they resurrected, they have to live forever. So we should see them right now. They should be alive still. And God should be able to say, hey, this is the person that Jesus resurrected. That's a real resurrection. You can't come back to life and then die twice and then from old age. How are you going to get resurrected and die from old age? Okay. How are you going to get resurrected and then come back and start killing animals, eating them again? Or return to your vomit, return to your sin. So it's a messed up situation. But the important thing is that the gospel was forsaken. The gospel that Jesus gave was cut out and ripped up and burnt and hidden from Jesus's kids. And a lot of people now have suffered. Millions and millions of people have suffered and died and been put in dreams of jail, prison, and been stabbed, shot, all because God himself, the universal God himself, hid this knowledge from society. Society. He hid it from my kids. He hid it from my father, my mother, and their kids, and he has to pay for it. And I'm going to see to it that he does pay for it. And everybody who helped him, that is a human form, who hid this information. But it's not really their fault. I mean, if you have a Lord controlling people and he makes the people get rid of and not talk about what Jesus did and what Jesus said, then it's not their fault. So you can't, I mean, going at them and fucking them up ain't gonna help. You have to go to the source. And the source of the truth, the simple matter of the truth is that whatever God or Lord there was, they're held responsible for trying to keep it a secret that people are not supposed to be eating anything dead and eating nature's flow. And that the people are not supposed to be have jobs. I mean, do you know how serious it is for unreal it is for a person to be able to get hired to kill an animal? That alone makes God's world a non-reality, because there could never be a true world where you could get a job doing this. So the world, the dream that you see that we're in is not real. So when you see people cutting up dead animals in the supermarket before, cutting up the bologna and all that, cutting them, it's not real. Okay. This is not reality. There's no way in hell that the White House is gonna let people have jobs killing animals. Now, they got these big laws. You can't go and kill somebody's dog. You can't have animal cruelty. They got laws on animal cruelty. So why do they have dead animals in the supermarket? Does that make any fucking sense? They won't let you kill, the dog out, somebody's pet. But they'll go and hunt animals in secret and take them to some factory way out in fucking Wisconsin where nobody will know where they at. And, Styles P even said that they had a bunch of cows lined up when he was going on tour. And he was on a bus on tour and he seen all these cows lined up. And he was wondering, why are they lined up like that? And he decided he was going to stop eating dead cows. Okay. Which is a good decision. Okay. Because it's a lot seriouser than you think. Okay. Now, I know I went over this a lot of times, but the people keep eating and keep killing. So, I got to keep going over until something's done about it, until till it's gone, till the dream is gone. Okay. For whatever reason, the universe is allowing this non-reality dream to go on, and it seems that it is existing and that is happening, but there's no way that the White House or the mayor, a real mayor or a real president or a real God is gonna let this go on. It's not. It's not gonna. There's no way. The people have to be robots. They have to be dead, but appear to be alive, because a real human being is not gonna sit up there. I mean, don't you think out of all the Republicans and all the Democrats, somebody's gonna get up and say, "Wait a minute, that's animal cruelty. How can these motherfuckers go over here and kill these animals and sell them to, you know, the supermarket, online, and the restaurants, and feed it to the babies? The mothers is cutting up a little piece of steak, feeding it to their 3-year-old, and thinking it's okay. Oh, that's protein. You cutting up a dead cow at the restaurant, giving a little bit to your 5-year-old, and that's not fair, because the people don't know that this is not supposed to be going on. Okay, so they're misinformed, and they think that it's okay to practice this practice. Okay, now I have seen another thing. This God sticking his nose and becoming. I've seen him become just about every human being that I've gone near. He's popped up and spoke through my mother, disrespect my mother. He's popped up and spoke through my brothers, disrespect their flesh. He's popped up and spoke through my grandfather, my grandmother, my kids. Okay. That's another documentary that I got. Another issue I'm going to be touching a lot about how these spirit creatures are inside of my family, and they think they're going to go into paradise. They think I'm going to bring paradise, and they're going to go through and get in there too, and I'm not going to know, because they're in my kids. So I got to let them in there too. Don't you understand, when the day that I do lift up paradise and bring it, that my power is going to destroy the wicked spirit creatures, the monsters that are inside of the flesh of the human being. I'm going to destroy the dream, and you'll get up and there'll be no graves. There'll be houses there. You'll get up, you'll look 25. If you're like my wife, for instance, my wife's whatever age she is, but she'll look 25 again when she wakes up on that day. If one more of these motherfucking alien motherfuckers look at me, you come in the goddamn restaurant and you decide you need to look over and look at me and see who I am, and I'm gonna get up and you're gonna regret that you all you had to do is walk straight and don't look. But no, you couldn't control yourself. And he's looking over here again. See, so that's, you have this God becoming a lot of different people. The people are not really people. They're just maggots. They're fleas. And this God can, you have demons get going in and out of their flesh. At the same time, the people are precious jewels that I love them all. Okay, they're my babies. They're God's babies, and I would do anything for them. But there's another side of it. If you have a group of them cutting up animals, and they are not aware that that's wrong, then that's to show you what they truly are. Some of them, and then you got Those are different made humans. The people that he's giving them a job to cut up animals, these are the hybrids that he made. That these people, like, if you see them, they're probably driving a nice car. They're probably making $1,000, $1,500, $1,500 a day doing this, killing animals. They got a nice car. They, they may live somewhere, but their whole existence is a non-reality. They're not really here. Just like the drug lords, they're not really here. This is something you see, a dream that the universe is allowing this sick devil to have for whatever reason. Their time period and frame is, you know, but I wanted you guys to know that this God showing his face to me, his hand to me, and I seen him talking to my family members a lot lately. I never used to see this back when my wife was around and when, you know, everybody was around and, the Fist Pro was together and everything was normal. And then when me and my wife separated, I went off to war. Me and my wife separated. My own power caused this. And I had to go to war. There's no use in me being with my wife and my kid and my daughter or my son if the world is messed up. If animals are getting killed, and I'm God, the closest thing to God there is, I got to get off my ass and stop making kids and chilling and go to war. So that's what happened. So I had to separate from everybody, and I've been going to war with invisible spirit creatures and visible spirit creatures that are inside of people that become people. I've gone to jobs and like the security job that I tried to go to because I did a lot of security when I was young because it was the easiest job to get besides McDonald's. So I used to, do that, and I got a job, and they gave me the shift, and they gave me the time to come and all that. But when I went back there, this devil or demon was inside of this one of the workers there, and he tried to tell me that I didn't have a job there. And I'm like, what you talking about? The dude said I was hired. And he's like, no, you're not. Then it was like an illusion. It was one of the corporate managers that was a demon, and he tried to undo what I had did. And he ruined that job. And that happened over 15 times. And that's why I'm behind right now. I would have came up and been rich and been on TV doing videos and all that 10 years ago. But every time I got up to make a comeback from getting knocked down by these demons, they would get in my way so that I couldn't get a job. I couldn't get no legal money. They tried to basically make me sell drugs. They tried to basically make it to where if I don't sell crack and carry around a gun, like I used to, then there was no way I was gonna. And I don't eat, and I don't eat steak and cheese subs. Then there's no way I'm gonna make it. Now, so they've jumped inside of all the job places I went to and rejected me from working when I was totally qualified, and that slowed me down a lot, and I wasted like 10 years. I could have been I could have been like really rich 10 years ago, and I could have had a record deal 10 years ago. But it turned out that it was a good thing that I waited and seen, because um, come to find out, the record deal that you get, it, you know, um, they use that as collateral to do stuff to either your family or to you. Okay, like the Michael Jordan, when they killed his father, they put his father in that dream, but they couldn't have did it if his father wasn't eating, you know, all them ribs, all them lambs ribs, all them dead things. They wouldn't have been able to do that to him. But they did it to. They had a dream that some murderers um, attacked Michael Jordan's father while he was driving on the highway, and cut his finger off and took his ring, his real diamond gold ring that Michael Jordan bought him. And they killed Jordan's father on some mob shit, like he was like in the mob, like he owed money from gambling or something. How Michael Jordan's father gonna owe money from gambling? Come on now. So Michael Cakey, so there ain't no way that he had a debt date. None of that. I don't know what the hell went on, but this is to show you the dreams that. See, the devil of time kills for no reason at all. It doesn't have to be a reason. This universal God was killing people, and still is probably killing people for no reason. Okay. They got my face pushed back and try to steal all the fat off my face and try to make my teeth stick out like they did when I was younger, because they're mad because the kid is plush, and they try to steal weight and steal a lot of shit from me, because I work on myself a lot, and they don't want people to see me emerge and make a comeback from what they did to me when I had no knowledge of what was going on. Now that I've found out what's going on, I've known what's going on. I knew that. I found out who was the devil truly over probably 15 years ago. I knew before that though, because I had a song that said, y'all playing tricks. Y'all mean you and the devil. Okay, it was, so I knew that it was God and the devil. Basically, I was only like 17 when I wrote that song. That was messing with me, because I knew it couldn't all be the devil, because things was just going wrong, left and right for me, left and right, all my life. Okay, and I did nothing but good, and I was getting nothing but bad for it. Okay, so um, so the gospel wasn't preached. The gospel wasn't. They lied about the gospel. They didn't. They left out that Jesus spoke to the people. Jesus' main preaching was about the killings of animals and how he was here to change that. The people eating dead animals, babies eating dead animals, he was here to change that. This is 2,000 years ago. So why would God wait around 2,000 years, or the omnipotent universe wait around 2,000 years and let all these people eat these dead animals? And they don't know what's going on, when all the universal God had to do, who's omnipotent, is stop the shit. He want to wait till I come to come out with plant-based and toll food, and I mean, what's really good? And I'm upset because I was feeding my kids that shit for a little bit, and then you know then they do to something to your brain to where you don't really realize, even though you forget, and you don't realize what you're doing. Okay, until you're really woken up, and when you see a movie showing you how the animals are killed, then you like, oh, okay, now you see, and then you the first thing that come to your mind is God's the devil. Okay, then you woke, and then all this other shit start coming to you, and then your mind's like, you become God, and you really start to really see what's going on. Okay, so that eating that shit is keeping a lot of people blind. It's keeping them in bondage of the devil, and the devil can take their life probably at any time because of this, but he can't take their life at any time thanks to moi. Okay, because he ain't got no business giving these people that shit, and I'm gonna have his ass for lunch. Okay, so you know the whole thing is this shit gotta stop. Okay,